In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a professional business email and a website using Neo. You're going to see how Neo makes it incredibly easy to set up your business email, connect your domain, and start communicating like a pro. And then I'll show you how to create a stunning website in minutes using Neo's AI website builder. And we're going to start by setting up your Neo business email, and having a business email that matches your domain instantly boosts trust, improves brand credibility, and helps your communication stand out compared to using a personal email address. You're also going to learn how to create a professional email signature. We're going to use the Smart AI feature to compose your messages with AI and compose your emails with Neo's built-in design templates. And by the end of this tutorial, you'll have both your business email and website set up and ready to represent your brand online, all powered by Neo. So with that being said, let's get started. First things first, head over to Neo's business email homepage, and I've linked to that in the video description below. And from here, click the sign up for free button, and this will take you directly into the setup process. On the next page, Neo will ask you to choose a domain to set up your email. And the great thing is that Neo gives you that domain for free for the first year, which makes it even easier to get started with a professional business email address right away. So if you don't already have a domain, you can register a new one right here. Again, like I said, Neo will give that to you for free for the first year, and they'll walk you through the process step by step. However, since I already have a domain that I want to use, I'm going to select the Use a Domain I Own option on the right side of the page. And then after clicking that, a pop-up will appear asking you to enter your existing domain name. And in the field provided, type in your domain name, and then check the box confirming that you own the domain and can update its settings. And then once that's done, click Continue. Next, you'll create your customer account. This is where you'll manage billing and your mailboxes. So from here, just enter your full name, your existing email address that you want to connect to this account, and create a secure password. Then once everything's filled out, click the Create Customer Account button to move on. Now it's time to create your mailbox. So at the top, you'll see your domain, and then below that, you could choose the username that will appear before the @ symbol. So this will be your professional business email. Type your preferred username into that field and then set a password for this mailbox. And keep in mind, this will be your default admin email address, but you could always add more administrators later inside the admin panel, which I'll show you how to access a little later on in the video. All right, once you've filled everything out here, go ahead and click Create Mailbox. And then once your mailbox has been created, the next screen will give you the option to add additional mailboxes for your team. And if you work with other people and want them to have their own business email address, you can enter their username in the field shown on the screen. But in my case, I'm the only one who needs access right now, so I'm going to click the It's Just Me, skip this button. Next, you'll have the option to add additional general mailboxes like info, support, admin, contact, sales, etc. And these preset options are great for building credibility because they make your business look polished and trustworthy to clients. And you could select as many of these as you'd like by clicking Add, or you can create a completely custom one using the field in the bottom. And once you've added your email addresses, you could either click the Done button, or if you're like me and you're not adding any additional inboxes at this time, just click the Skip This Step button. On the next page, Neo will remind you that your account comes with a free AI-powered website builder. And this is great if you're just getting started and need a simple online presence to pair with your new business email address. And we'll definitely explore this feature a little later on in the video, and I'm going to show you how quickly you can make a branded website with it. But for now, I'm going to continue setting up the email portion, so I'll click Continue and move on. Next, it's time to choose your subscription plan that best fits your needs, and you have a few ways to go about it. At the top, Neo gives you the option to pay monthly or save more by paying yearly, 2 yearly, or even 4 years at a time. Then below the billing options, you'll see 3 plan tiers. There's Starter, Standard, and Max. Each plan offers different features like mailbox storage, email aliases, advanced tracking, read receipts, invoice tools, and more. And you could browse through the comparison chart to see everything included in each plan. However, please keep in mind that Neo offers a 15-day free trial on all their plans. This is perfect for testing everything before committing. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to go with the month-to-month billing, so I'll flip that switch. And then you'll notice that the pricing does change, but you're not locked into an annual plan. And then since I want to access the full suite of business tools, I'm going to choose the Max plan. And then once you've selected the plan that best fits your business needs, you'll be taken to an order summary page. Here you can review everything included in your subscription, and you will notice that Neo gave us a 15-day free trial, so you could test everything out without paying anything up front, and then the amount payable right now is clearly shown at 0. And then below that, you'll find the date when the billing will begin if you decide to continue. You could also cancel or pause at any time, so there's no risk in moving forward. All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead and click the Continue button to move to the billing information step. On the next screen, Neo will ask for some basic billing details, and even though this trial is free, this information is required so your plan can automatically activate if you decide to keep using it after the trial period. So go ahead and enter your name, company name, billing address, city, state, all that good stuff, and then once that's filled out, click Continue again at the bottom. After that, you'll be taken to the payment step. Neo processes payments securely through Stripe, and you could choose to pay using either a credit or a debit card or Google Pay. And for this example, I'm going to pay by credit card, so I'll select that option and enter my card details. And then once your payment method is added, click the Pay $0 and Continue button. Remember, you will not be charged today, and you'll also receive a reminder before your trial ends. Then after a few moments, you should see a success screen letting you know that your order is complete. From here, Neo will automatically walk you through the final steps to set up your new business email so you could start sending and receiving messages right away. And since I entered my domain during the sign-up flow, Neo was able to instantly detect my domain registrar, which makes this process surprisingly simple. So first, make sure you're signed into your domain registrar. So let me do that really quick. And all I'm doing here is signing into my GoDaddy account because that's where I purchased my domain from. Then back at Neo, click the Set Up Now button, and a pop-up will appear letting you know that Neo uses a service called Entry to securely and automatically configure your domain DNS settings. This means you don't need to manually add any DNS records yourself, which saves you time and eliminates the chance of configuration errors. So once you're ready, click the Continue button, and Neo will then begin analyzing your domain. And in my case, Neo recognized that my domain is registered with GoDaddy, which is an awesome touch because it means the connection process is smooth and automated. Next, you'll be asked to authorize Neo with your GoDaddy account. And this one-time permission allows Neo to add the necessary DNS records on your behalf so your business email can function correctly. So click the Authorize with GoDaddy button to continue. And this will redirect you to GoDaddy's Domain Connect page. Here, all you need to do is click the Connect button to approve the configuration. There's no manual editing, no digging through DNS settings, and no technical knowledge required. And once the connection is complete, you'll be brought back to Neo, where you'll see a confirmation message letting you know that your domain is now configured. It also mentions that DNS changes typically begin working within a few hours, but in some cases can take up to 48 hours to fully propagate. So please keep that in mind. All right, so once you're ready, go ahead and click the Done button to proceed. After that, you should see a congratulations screen showing you that your new business email address is officially ready to use. From here, you could choose to jump directly into your webmail inbox or access the Neo admin panel for additional settings. For this tutorial, I'm going to click Go to your webmail. And then before accessing your inbox, Neo will ask you to confirm a password recovery email. This is simply a backup address Neo can use if you ever need to reset your credentials. So enter the email that you want to use and then click Confirm to finalize it. Next, Neo will ask a few quick onboarding questions. These help Neo understand how you plan to use your new business email so they can recommend the right features as you go. So just go through these prompts by selecting your industry, how you operate, what you signed up with, etc. And then once you've checked the boxes that apply to you, click the Done, Let's Go to Inbox button to continue. After that, you'll be welcomed into Neo Mail with a quick pop-up highlighting some of the powerful business email features included with your plan. Now, we're going to cover these a little later on in the video, but next, let's finish setting up your profile. So go ahead and click the Get Started button, and Neo will ask you to customize your profile by setting a display name. This is the name that your recipients will see when you send an email. So enter something professional or aligned with your brand, like your name of the company or your name of your brand, etc. And then once that's filled out, click Next. And Neo will also give you the option to bring in emails and contacts from Gmail. This is completely optional, and if you'd rather skip it for now, just select I'll do this later. And then finally, you'll see a prompt to set up a professional email signature. This is awesome. Neo provides beautiful templates that you could customize with your contact information, links, and even images. So go ahead and click Set a Signature Now. And in the next section of this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to design a polished, branded signature that makes your emails look professional and consistent. In this portion of the tutorial, we're going to set a professional email signature. This is important because your signature acts like a digital business card. It reinforces your branding, provides quick access to your contact information, and instantly communicates credibility and professionalism to anyone that you email. So if you're following along during the onboarding flow, you can get here by clicking the Set a Signature Now button within the signature card in the onboarding process, and this will take you to your Neo account signature section within your Neo preferences. But if you skipped setting this up during the initial onboarding, you can access your Neo account preferences by clicking the gear icon in the upper right corner of your inbox, and then select Preferences, and then click Signatures, and that will bring you to the signature templates that you're looking at right now. And from here, Neo gives us two options. We can either build a signature completely from scratch, or we could choose from one of their professionally designed templates. I recommend using a template because it instantly gives you a clean, polished layout without any design work. So here you'll see several different signature layouts, each one with subtle styling differences, and take a moment to browse through them and choose the one that best fits your brand's look and feel. And in my case, I'm going to select this template here and click the Use This Template to apply it. And then once the template loads, you'll see a live preview of it on the right side of the screen. And then on the left, you'll find the form fields that you can edit. This is where you'll customize your personal details. So go ahead and enter your name, title, role, company name, phone number, etc. And then as you type, you'll notice the preview updates automatically so you can see exactly how everything will look in real emails. Below that, you'll find a toggle for the text block, and turning this on allows you to add a short closing line or custom message right below the signature. And things like a call to action, a favorite quote, or an event promo. Now, I'm turning mine into just a placeholder. Inspirational quote can go here. But if you're going to use this feature, you'll obviously want to come up with something a lot better than that. Okay, next, then below that, you can choose from a few different theme colors. This lets you match your signature with your branding or personal style. So feel free to choose whichever option fits your brand the best. And then when everything looks good and you're happy with the preview, go ahead and click the next button. And that'll take us to the Add Links section. This is where you can connect your social profiles and contact destinations to your signature. Neo gives you a handful of link fields by default, but if you don't plan on using some of these, just click the small trash can icon to remove them. Otherwise, you'll want to enter the URLs of the platforms that you actually use. And as you add them, you'll see the matching social icons appear directly below your profile picture in the signature preview on the right-hand side of the screen. This is a great way to drive clicks to your brand, build trust, and make it easy for contacts to learn more about you. Okay, once you've added what you need, go ahead and click Next to continue. Next, Neo gives us the ability to upload a profile picture or logo or add a banner image. You also have the ability to toggle these on or off. I'm going to keep the profile picture or logo option toggled on and then click the upload button to upload an image that I want to use. And then looks like Neo will prompt you to either drag a photo into the window or upload a file directly from your device. I'm going to click Upload from Device and then select my headshot that I want to use. And then once selected, Neo will let you crop and position it so it looks clean and centered. And then once it looks good, go ahead and click Upload again. And then you'll see your headshot instantly update inside the signature preview on the right, which again helps reinforce your branding and adds a personal touch to every email. Now below that, there is also an option to enable a banner image if you would like to showcase promotions, website branding, or upcoming events. For this tutorial, I'm skipping the banner, but it's a great feature if you want to take your signature design a little further. All right, then once everything looks the way you want it, click the Create Signature button. And then Neo will ask you to give it a name. I recommend naming it something simple like your first and last name or your company or brand, so it's easy to identify later. And then once that's filled out, click Save. And that's it. You have successfully created a professional email signature in Neo. You'll see your new signature applied to both new outgoing messages and replies by default, but you can change that using the drop-down menu shown here. If you decide to create multiple signatures, you could also select a different one for each scenario, such as new emails versus forwarded messages, and then you could also add new signatures from this screen as well. Then, whenever you're ready to head back to the inbox, click the Back to Email link in the upper left corner. And then back inside your inbox, Neo will prompt you to download the mobile app. This is great if you want to check your emails on the go from either an iOS or Android device. You could scan the QR code or visit the App Store links provided. And I'm going to skip that for now, so whenever you're ready, click Done to proceed. Next, Neo will invite you to send your first email so you can experience features like email tracking in real time and so much more. But you can go ahead and click that you're going to do that later, because in the next section of this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to compose and send your first message inside Neo. And this will give you a chance to see your new signature in action and test out some of Neo's built-in features. And at this point, your profile is complete, your signature is active. So in the next section of this tutorial, we're going to move deeper into Neo's tools and start sending messages using your new professional business email setup. Okay, before sending our first email, let me give you a quick tour of the Neo inbox so you'll have a better idea of how things work and where everything is located. And I'm sure you'll find that the layout is straightforward and super easy to navigate. So starting on the left, you'll find your main folders like Inbox, Sent, Spam, Trash, and Drafts, along with options to add additional folders if you want to organize messages even further. Then towards the right side of the screen is where email previews will appear when you select a message, so you can read and respond without leaving your main inbox view. Everything is designed to keep you focused and efficient as you manage your communications. Then at the top you have a search bar, which makes it easy to quickly find messages, contacts, or keywords inside your mailbox. Then up in the right corner, you'll see a few helpful icons. First is the referral program, which gives you the opportunity to earn up to $100 by inviting friends and clients to Neo. You could copy your unique link and start sharing it right away. Next to that, you'll see the Read Receipt Activity Indicator, which shows you when emails are opened. And we're going to go into more detail on this feature a little later on in the tutorial, because it's one of the biggest reasons people choose Neo for business communication. Then next to that, the refresh icon instantly reloads your inbox, which helps if you're waiting on a reply or watching messages update in real time. Then the gear icon opens your account settings panel. From here, you can update preferences, access the admin control panel, download the Neo app for your devices, switch between light and dark mode, and even change how emails are grouped and displayed. This area gives you full control over how Neo behaves based on your workflow. Next, the Help button opens Neo's support menu. Here you could browse FAQs in the Help Center, report a bug, request a new feature, or chat directly with support at any time. Their support team is available 24/7, which is a huge advantage for business owners who can't afford downtime or delays when it comes to email. Then down in the bottom left corner of the inbox, you'll also find shortcut buttons for reporting a bug or requesting a feature. These are helpful if you ever run into something that doesn't quite feel right, or if you have an idea that could improve the platform. And Neo actively listens to user feedback, so it's nice having those options always available. You'll also notice access to Neo Labs. This is where Neo experiments with new tools and early features that are currently in beta. And if you enjoy testing new products or you want a head start on upcoming capabilities, you could join these betas and try them out on real projects. It's a great way to explore what Neo is building next and stay ahead as they continue adding tools for small businesses. And last but not least, we have the new email button located there towards the upper left corner, and clicking this opens a new window where you could start composing a message right away. You can also press N on your keyboard to open a new email as well if you'd rather use the keyboard shortcut. But both of those options will allow you to compose a new email. Okay, now that you know your way around, let's move on and send our first email with Neo. Okay, now that we have our business email account fully set up, let's take a look at how to send your first email inside Neo. So to get started, as we just went over, you could either click the new email button located in the top left of the inbox, or simply press the letter N on your keyboard. Both options will instantly open the email composer window in the lower right corner of the screen. Then right above the typing area, you'll see several handy tools that you could use. And I'm going to quickly go over these right now, but we'll go into greater detail on each one of these a little later on. So first, the track option allows you to track when your email is opened. The design option lets you apply a visual layout. AI Write gives you access to Neo's built-in AI messaging tools if you ever need help wording something. Templates allow you to reuse common email structures without rewriting them each time. Invoices makes it easy to send billable items. And then lastly, groups can help organize and send messages to group contacts. And again, we'll go over these features in greater detail in just a bit. Then towards the bottom, you'll notice a formatting toolbar. These tools include font settings, text alignment, hyperlinks, emoji support, image attachment options, file uploads, and more. This functions very similarly to other modern email editors and is very easy to use. Then at the top right of the Composer window, you'll see three small icons. The first one lets you minimize the Composer so it collapses neatly to the bottom of your screen while you continue working. The middle icon expands the Composer into a full screen view, which is helpful when writing longer messages or if you don't want some distractions. And then clicking X closes the Composer entirely if you decide not to continue drafting that email. Okay, so let's finally write our email. Starting at the top of the Composer, you can enter the recipient's email address. And then below that, you'll want to enter your subject line. The goal here is to keep your subject line short, clear, and related to the intent of your message. Then moving into the body of the email, you'll see that our professional signature has already been applied automatically. That's great. And then this is where you're obviously going to start typing your message. Then once your message looks good, click the send button in the bottom left corner of the Composer and Neo will immediately send your message. And then you'll see a small confirmation pop up showing that your email has been successfully sent. If you made it a mistake, you can click undo to stop it from sending. But if you sent it by mistake, you could click undo to stop the email from sending. It's pretty handy, but you'll need to do it quick. All right, then to review any emails that you've sent in the past, look over on the left sidebar and click the Sent folder. And this will display a list of all the outgoing messages from your business email, including the one that we just sent a moment ago. And from here, you can click on any of the messages in the list, and that will open it in the preview on the right. And this is helpful if you ever want to double check accuracy, formatting, or signature placement as you're sending emails. Now, because I sent this email to one of my other inboxes, I could switch over to Gmail and take a look at how the message appears on the receiving end. And as you can see, everything looks clean and professional. The subject line, the body text displays correctly, and our new signature comes through perfectly with proper spacing, icons, and contact details. I love it. Okay, moving on. Next, let's take a quick look at how to track your emails and monitor your opens. Now that we've sent our first email and reviewed how it looks inside another inbox, let's take a quick look at one of my favorite features inside Neo called Read Receipts. This tool shows you exactly when someone has opened or interacted with your message, which is incredibly valuable for business communication. Whether you're waiting for a client to review a proposal or following up on an important request, knowing that your email was seen helps you decide when and how to follow up. So, next to each email, you'll see a small eye icon. If the icon is highlighted, that means the message has been opened. You could also access the Read Receipts dashboard globally by clicking the eye icon in the toolbar located in the upper right corner of your inbox. So, whenever we click on the eye icon, it'll allow us to view more details, and this will open a panel showing who opened the message and the exact time it was viewed, which again makes tracking engagement simple and clear. This gives you a broader view of recent tracking activities across multiple emails, which is especially helpful if you're managing several conversations at once. Overall, Read Receipts gives you peace of mind, and it removes the guesswork behind whether someone actually saw your message. It's a small feature that makes a big impact on how effectively you communicate. Okay, moving on. Next, let's use Smart Write AI to reply and write to emails in Neo. In this portion of the tutorial, let's take a look at one of my favorite productivity tools inside Neo called Smart Write AI. This feature helps you write and reply to emails faster and with more clarity by using AI assistants right inside your inbox. And to show you how it works, I'm going to reply to an email that I just received. So from the inbox, you'll click the message to open it in the reading pane on the right. And then towards the bottom of the thread, you'll see a button labeled Reply with Smart Write AI. So go ahead and click on that. And when you first open SmartWrite AI, you'll see a quick notice explaining that this tool uses ChatGPT API to generate text based on your prompt. It also reminds you that OpenAI does not have access to any other content in your mailbox. So go ahead and click Yes to use SmartWrite AI to continue. Then from here, you'll see the SmartWrite AI interface. At the top, Neo pulls in the email context so the AI understands what you're replying to. Then below that, there's a field where you can write a short prompt describing what you want your reply to say. For example, I'm going to enter a prompt that says, ask the AI to write a brief reply and mention some benefits of having business email from Neo. You don't have to write anything complicated. Just give it a clear instruction about what you want the reply to include. You can also choose the tone of the response. Options include professional, casual, or friendly. And for this example, I'm going to choose casual. Next, you could choose the length of your reply, and you could select either long or short. I'm going to go with short to keep it simple. And then finally, you could choose a language if you need to write the reply in something other than English. And then once everything looks good, go ahead and click the Generate button. And in a few moments, SmartWrite AI will create a suggested reply based on your prompt. It'll appear in the suggestion box below, and this reply is ready to use as is, but if you'd like something different, you can click Give Me Another option to generate a second alternative. Then, once you're happy with the result, click Insert Message in the bottom right corner, and this will place the reply directly into your Composer window so you could send it like a normal email. This is a great feature for saving time, improving clarity, and reducing writer's block. And whether you're replying to clients, following up on leads, or handling customer inquiries, SmartWrite AI can help you keep your communication clear and consistent. Next, let's take a look at how you could use SmartWrite AI to help you write a brand new email from scratch. So this time to get started, click the New Email button in the top left of the dashboard, or again, simply press the letter N on your keyboard to open a new Email Composer window. And then once the Composer is open and you've entered a recipient and added a subject line, click the AI Write button located above the signature area, and this will pull up a menu that gives you two options. You can help me write or refine my draft. And for this example, I'm going to select Help Me Write since we're writing a brand new email from scratch and we need the SmartWrite AI to generate the content for us. Then, when the SmartWrite AI window opens, you'll see a field where you can enter a short prompt describing what you want this email to say, and think of this as a simple instruction. So I'm going to tell the AI who the email is for and what the message should communicate. And in this example, we'll write an email explaining the benefit of using Neo email templates for business emails. Then once you have your prompt written, again, you can customize your tone by choosing between professional, casual, or friendly. You could also choose how long you want the email to be by selecting long or short. This time, let's go with long. And then finally, you could select your language preference or leave it set to automatic if you want Neo to detect it for you. Then once again, click the Generate button on the right side of the interface. And in a few seconds, SmartWrite AI will give you a complete email that matches your prompt and tone settings. And you could scroll through the results to review the content. And again, if you want an alternative version, just click the Request Another option. But if you're happy with your email written as is, click the Insert Message button in the bottom right corner. And this will instantly place the generated email into your Composer window with your professional signature attached to it below. Then, before sending, make sure to update any placeholders that AI includes, such as recipient's name, so your message feels personal and accurate. And depending on your prompt and the content, there may be multiple placeholders within the body of your email. So again, please read through this and make sure you update it accordingly. Then once everything looks good, click Send to deliver the polished and professional email that we just created with SmartWrite AI. And that wraps up the quick look at SmartWrite AI. It's a powerful writing assistant that can help you reply faster, refine drafts, and generate full messages with just a short prompt, all here inside your Neo inbox. And whether you're sending client updates, following up on leads, or sharing important announcements, SmartWrite AI can save time and make your communication more consistent across your business. All right, moving on. In the next section, we're going to explore Neo's email design templates and see how you can create clean, professional layouts that match your style and brand. Okay, so one of the best ways to elevate the look of your messages is by using Neo's built-in email design tools. With just a few clicks, you can create beautifully formatted emails that look great on both desktop and mobile. And this is especially helpful when you need to promote products or services, welcome new subscribers, or simply send something that feels a little more polished than plain text. So to get started, open a new email by clicking the new email button at the top of the dashboard, or I'm just going to click in on my keyboard, and you'll see that opens the Composer window just as if we were clicking the button. And then this time, look for the design icon located above your message. And clicking this will open Neo's email design template gallery. Here, you can browse a large collection of professionally designed layouts arranged by category, so you can quickly find something that matches the goal of your message. And then you can preview the templates by clicking the preview button. And when the preview window opens, you can view how the template will appear on desktop. And you can also switch to mobile view by clicking the mobile icon there as well. And this is a great way to make sure your design looks clean and easy to read on smaller devices, since most people check their email on their phones. All right, then once you find a template you like, click Use this template, and Neo will load it into the design editor. From here, you can customize the content to match your brand, update the text, adjust sections, and personalize the message as needed. And let me give you a quick tour of this email template builder. So on the left, you'll notice a block sidebar, and these blocks represent the different sections of your email, such as the header, introduction, services, testimonials, etc. And you can click on any block in the sidebar to open its settings panel, where you can update headings, descriptions, images, buttons, and more. You can also make edits directly inside the visual editor on the right. For example, watch what happens when I click into the services section. You'll see that the services block automatically opens on the left, revealing all of its customization options. And from here, I can change the title from Our Services to My Services inside the settings panel, or I could simply click the text directly in the visual editor and update it right there. Both options will produce the same result, and this flexibility allows you to customize content quickly, whether you prefer working from the settings panel or from the live preview on the right. Then let's edit some of the individual service items. So on the left sidebar, under the services section, you can click on each service there, and that'll open a detailed settings panel for that specific item. And this lets you update the image, rename the service, fine-tune the description, adjust the price, etc. And as you make changes on the left, you'll see them update live in the visual preview on the right. For example, I'm going to go ahead and rename the service 1 to something more relevant like blog audit. And as soon as I finish typing, the preview updates instantly. This gives you the flexibility to work however you prefer, whether that's directly inside the visual editor or through the structured block settings on the left. But both accomplish the same thing, so choose whichever works best for you. Now, if you ever want to swap out an image in your template, you can do that just as easily. Just click directly on the placeholder image inside the visual editor to select it, and that will open the image settings on the left. Then from here, you can upload your own image or click the drop down to browse stock photos. Neo gives you a built-in stock library, so you could search by keyword, select the image you want, and then adjust and crop if needed. And then once you find the image you want and you've adjusted it, click Save. And that new image is instantly updated in the template. Now, I know I'm moving through this pretty quickly because the process is pretty straightforward, but the important thing to remember is how easy it is to make these changes right here in the editor. And at this point, you would normally take the time to update all of the copy, the pricing, service descriptions, overall content within this template so that it matches your brand and messaging. However, for the sake of time, we're going to move on and explore the design features built into Neo's editor. So to do that, click the Design tab located in the upper left corner of the screen. And this opens the design panel where you can control the overall visual style of your email, including theme colors and fonts. And if we click on the Change Color Theme option, you'll see a variety of pre-built color palettes. And as you click through each one, you'll notice the template on the right automatically updates in real time. This gives you an immediate preview of how your email will look without having to commit to anything first before publishing. So once you've found a palette that matches your brand, go ahead and click on it to apply that theme throughout the template. Then, not shown here for the sake of time, you could also update the fonts that are used throughout your email within the design settings. And again, this quickly lets you dial in personality of your design, whether you prefer something modern, playful, or more traditional. Now, before we insert the template, let's head back to the block section. And each block has display settings that you can toggle on or off. If there is a section that you don't need, you could simply disable it instead of deleting it. And this gives you more control over the content and layout without disrupting the structure of your design. Okay, once everything looks good, head up to the upper right corner of the screen and click the Insert Template button. Then Neo will prompt you with a warning letting you know the template doesn't contain any links. And in this case, that's fine because we're working with a demo, but that's great that Neo calls us out as a reminder. So I'll go ahead and click Yes, Insert Anyway. Then you'll be asked to name your template. So give it a title and then click Insert Template one more time. And just like that, your new design is added directly into the email compose interface, ready for you to send. Then, before we send this email, there's one more feature I want to show you that can really help streamline your follow-up workflow. If you look towards the bottom of the composer, right next to the send button, you'll see a small clock icon. Go ahead and click that, and this opens Neo's follow-up reminder tool. This allows you to set a reminder if the recipient doesn't reply within a chosen time frame. You could choose options like tomorrow, in 2 days, in 1 week, or you can pick a specific date and time. This is incredibly beneficial because it removes the mental burden of remembering who you need to follow up with. Instead of relying on your inbox, sticky notes, or your memory, Neo automatically notifies you when it's time to circle back. This helps prevent missed opportunities, keeps conversations moving forward, and improves overall communication with clients, leads, collaborators, and anyone else you interact with professionally. All right, then once your email looks good and you've set any reminders if needed, go ahead and click the send button. And the email will be delivered using the new design template that you just customized. And again, since I sent this one to myself, let's jump over to my inbox to take a look at how it turned out. And right away, you can see how polished and professional the design appears. The layout looks clean, the sections are easy to read, and it stands out visually compared to a standard plain text email. And the best part is that this entire template was created and customized inside Neo with just a few clicks. No coding, no external design tools, and no complicated setup. It's a fast, simple, and effective way to elevate your business communication and present your brand in a way that looks modern and trustworthy. Okay, next, let's take a look at another standout feature, email templates. Next, let's take a look at one of my favorite productivity features inside Neo, which is the email templates section. So, from the Compose window, click the templates icon located along the top toolbar. And this will open a drop-down menu giving you access to the full library of pre-built templates for common email scenarios like self-introductions, sales outreach, event follow-ups, partnership conversations, cold outreach, and more. This is incredibly convenient because it gives you professionally written starting points that save time and help you communicate clearly without having to start from scratch every single time. And you can also create your own custom templates by clicking the Create a New Template option at the bottom of the Templates menu. And this is helpful if you find yourself sending similar responses often, such as onboarding messages, pricing inquiries, affiliate partnership discussions, etc. And once you create a custom template, it'll appear under the My Templates section here at the top of this menu, so you could access it instantly whenever you need it. Then if you want to use a template, just click on them in the library here to instantly load it into your email compose window. Then once the template appears, you'll notice a few placeholder fields like name, your name, business name, etc., often bracketed information. So make sure you carefully go through these placeholders and update them with the correct details before sending the email. Templates are designed to speed up your workflow, but forgetting to replace a placeholder can look unprofessional, so always take a quick moment to proofread your message before hitting send. Neo's templates feature is especially helpful for freelancers, agencies, content creators, business owners, or really anyone who manages recurring communication. It keeps your messaging consistent, efficient, and on brand while still allowing you to personalize each message. All right, moving on. Next, let's go over how to set up and send email campaigns to multiple recipients. Now let's take a look at one of Neo's most powerful features, campaigns. Campaigns allow you to send personalized emails to multiple recipients at once without exposing everyone's addresses in a single thread. It feels like you're sending individual one-to-one messages, but you're doing it at scale, which is incredibly useful for announcements, promotions, event follow-ups, updates, and more. And to get started, open a new email like we've done throughout this entire video, and then look towards the bottom next to the send button, and you'll see a button labeled campaign. Go ahead and click that. And once you do, Neo will convert this new email into a campaign email. And you'll notice a banner at the top confirming that each recipient will receive their own separate copy of the message without being able to see anyone else on the list. Then from here, you can add multiple email addresses to the To field. For this example, I'll add a few of my own inboxes to demonstrate how this works. And as you type, Neo will automatically organize the recipients as separate entries in the field. This is where things get even smarter. Beneath the email editor, you'll notice a small tag icon. Clicking this gives you access to mail merge tags, which allow you to automatically personalize each message. For example, clicking first name will insert a placeholder into your message, and when the campaign is sent, Neo will automatically replace the placeholder with each recipient's actual first name based on your contact details, making your message more personal and significantly improving open rates and reply rates. Then from there, you can write your message like you normally would. And for this example, I'll add a short offer and then sign off with my signature. Then after everything looks good and you're ready, click the Continue button. And next, Neo will walk you through a couple of quick safeguards to make sure everything is sent properly. First, you'll see a message titled, "Don't end up in spam." This is just a friendly reminder to avoid sending unsolicited emails. It's a standard best practice notice, and it shows that Neo is taking deliverability seriously. So go ahead and click Got It to continue. Next, Neo will ask you to provide a default value. This feature is incredibly helpful when you're using merge tags like the recipient's first name. If one of your contacts doesn't have a first name on file, Neo needs to know what to substitute that with. And in this case, I'll enter something generic like friend. That way, the email will still sound personal even if some information is missing. Then once you've added your fallback text, click Continue again. And after that, you'll see a summary confirming how many recipients the campaign will go out to. Neo also automatically includes an unsubscribe link at the bottom of your email, keeping you compliant with basic email regulations and helping avoid spam issues. If you want, you could also check the option to save this campaign template for future use, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and click Send Campaign. Then once the campaign is sent, you'll see a confirmation message letting you know everything went through successfully. And at this point, we could test the campaign by checking on one of the inboxes that we sent it to. And when I open the message in Gmail, you'll notice something important. Only my email address is visible to the field. That means Neo successfully sent individual copies to each recipient without exposing your contact list to everyone included, a common mistake when sending bulk messages manually. And this protects your recipient's privacy and keeps your communication looking clean and professional. All right, moving on. Next, let's go over how to add contacts to your account and group them for easier segmentation and more targeted communication. Next, let's talk about contacts inside Neo and why they're so valuable. So as your business grows, you'll naturally connect with more customers, partners, vendors, and collaborators. Instead of manually searching through old emails and spreadsheets, Neo's built-in Contacts app lets you store and organize these people in one place. So to get started, look towards the upper left corner of your inbox and click on the Switch Apps button. And this opens a small menu that gives you access to different tools inside Neo, such as Mail, Calendar, Bookings, SmartWrite AI, the Email Designer, and more. And for this section, we're going to be focusing on the Contacts app, so select that from the menu. And this opens your Contacts dashboard, and you'll see a clean, simple interface. On the left-hand side, you'll find sections for My Contacts, All Contacts, Contact Groups, etc. And we're going to use that in just a moment, but front and center is your contact list. And since this is a brand new account, it's currently empty. But at the top of the page, you'll see a button labeled New Contact. And then on the right-hand side, there's also an option to import contacts if you want to bring in a larger list from a CSV or another service. But for now, let's add an individual contact. So go ahead and click the New Contact button. And this will open a form where you could enter your contact's details. At a minimum, you'll want to add their name and email address, but from there you can enter additional optional information like their phone number, birthday, job title, department, and company. And then if you need even more fields, click the More Fields link there to expand the form and store deeper context about the contact. Then once everything looks good, click the Create button. And as soon as you create the record, you'll see the contact appear in your contact list. This allows you to quickly reference and email people without typing in their details manually every single time. And just like that, you've added your first contact to Neo. Then let's test this out really quick. So we're going to go back to our inbox. So at the top left of your screen, you'll click the Switch Apps icon again, and then select Mail from the menu. And this will take you right back to your inbox. Then either click the new email button or N on your keyboard to compose a new message. And then when the compose window appears, click inside the to field at the top. And as soon as you begin typing the name or email address of the contact that you just added, you'll see it populate as a suggestion. You can then select it with a click and it will instantly appear as a recipient on the email. This confirms that your contacts are now syncing properly inside Neo and they're ready to be used anywhere throughout the platform for better organization and more efficient outreach. Okay, then for the sake of time, as you can see here, I've added a few more contacts off camera, but it's the same steps as we just went over. So now that we have a few more individual contacts created inside Neo, let's take a look at how to group them. So contact groups are helpful because they allow you to send emails to multiple people at once without having to manually enter each address every single time. This is perfect for segmenting clients, leads, team members, or any other category that fits your workflow. So to get started, you can either navigate to the Contacts app and select Contact Groups from the sidebar, or within a new email, look towards the top navigation bar inside the Composer window and you'll see an icon labeled Groups. Click that, and a small menu will appear showing your existing contact groups. And since I haven't created one yet, it currently shows that I don't have any. So click the Create a New Contact Group link, and this will open a new window where you can build and organize your group. At the top, just enter the name for your group. For this example, I'm going to name mine Clients. Then below that, you'll see a field where you can add email addresses. You can type them in manually, or when you begin typing the names of any contacts you already have added in your Neo account, they'll pop up, and as soon as they appear, you can click them to include them in the group. So go ahead and continue adding as many recipients here as you need. Then, if you do have a large list stored in a spreadsheet, Neo provides the option to import a CSV file right here in the same window. This is a great time saver for established businesses. Simply click Select CSV File and follow the prompts if you choose to upload your list that way. Okay, once everything looks good, click the Create button in the lower right corner. And you should now see your new contact group listed on the Contact Groups page inside the Contacts section, along with the number of contacts assigned to it. Next, let's switch back to the inbox. So once again, open the Switch Apps menu in the upper left corner of the screen and click on Mail, and then we'll compose a new email. And in the To field, begin typing the name of the contact group that you just created, and you'll see it appear with the total number of contacts inside that group. Then click on it, and Neo will automatically populate the recipient field with that entire group. This gives you instant access to categorized lists for fast and consistent communication. And at this point, you could simply write your message, add your subject line, and send. And every person in that group will receive their own individual copy of the email, and this keeps your outreach clean, professional, and properly segmented. All right, now that you know how to organize and message your contacts more efficiently, you should have a solid foundation for managing communication inside Neo. Next, let me show you how to build a complete website in minutes with Neo's AI Website Builder. All right, in this portion of the tutorial, we're going to go over how to create a website using AI with one of Neo's most powerful tools, the AI Website Builder. I know I say that they have a lot of powerful tools, but they really do, and this one is incredible. This feature makes it easy to create a professional site for your business in literally minutes, almost seconds, without touching a single line of code, and you can even connect a custom domain to it. It's truly amazing what you can build in a matter of minutes, so let's get started. From your Neo inbox, click the Switch Apps icon in the upper left corner and select Site, currently in beta at the moment, and this opens the Neo Site Builder workflow. Here you'll see a simple form that asks for your business name and short description of what your business does. And for this example, I'm going to enter Elevate Holistics as the business name, and then I'm going to add a short description that explains it's a wellness brand focused on connecting mind, body, and spirit through holistic fitness and mindful living. That's it. And then once that's done, click Build Site with AI, and Neo's AI will instantly start generating a complete, fully designed website for you. You're going to see a quick loading screen. That should only take a few seconds to complete, so just sit tight while it does its thing. And then when it's done, your new website appears, complete with a headline, sections, and images that match your business description. And check that out. We have a header with a navigation menu followed by this great hero section with an image, headline text, and even a call to action button. And then scrolling down, looks like we have a services section. And when I click on a button, looks like we get this great pop-up form so the customer can actually submit their info and request the product. That's pretty cool. And I should point out that as you'll see in a few moments, these purchase forms and contact forms are connected to your Neo business email address. So all of these communications will go to your inbox so you could process orders and keep in touch with business inquiries. I love that this is automatically connected. It makes things so much easier. Then looks like we have some more buttons here, and whenever I click on them, it takes me to the contact form. That's great. Again, all of this is ready to customize. So if you don't like something or if you want to change the site behavior, you can easily do so in the editor. And then I should also point out that if you don't like what the AI generated here, you could click the Start Again button in the upper right corner, and that will regenerate a completely new site. And I'll even show you how to switch to a pre-made layout if you want. But either way, this AI website builder is a huge time and money saver if you want to spin up a site for your business or brand and don't have a huge budget to hire a web designer. In all honesty, this is a great first pass at a site, and I think it looks professional and ready to customize. So on that note, let me show you how to edit it. Okay, to make edits, click Edit Site in the top right corner. And this takes you into the editor where you can manage your sections, update content, and preview your changes in real time. And taking a closer look at the editor, on the left-hand side, we have all of our site sections. Each section controls a different part of your web page, like the header, intro, services, gallery, testimonials, and more. And you can toggle each section on or off using that switch next to it, and your site will update instantly in the preview area on the right. For example, if you turn off the header, it disappears from the top of the site. Turn it back on, and it reappears with your business name, logo, and navigation links. You can also click the three-dot menu next to any section to rename, duplicate, or even delete it if needed. Then if you click directly on a section, like the header again, you'll see all the additional settings appear below in the panel. Then each section can be manually rearranged in the sidebar as well. Just drag and drop by clicking this icon, and you'll have the ability to reorder the sections, which also changes their layout on your live site. This is especially helpful if you want to customize the flow of your website or highlight certain sections first, like moving your testimonials higher up for credibility or placing your call to action near the top to encourage visitors to take action right away. It's a quick and visual way to fine-tune your site structure without needing to touch any code. Then another way to access and edit the site is within the site preview here on the right-hand side of the screen. As you can see, when you hover your mouse over each section of the site, a blue border appears letting you know what you're accessing. From here, you can move the section up or down with those arrows on the left. Then in the middle, you'll see a plus icon, and clicking this allows you to add a completely new section right below the one that you're at. Then towards the right, you'll see 4 icons. The pencil icon opens the editing panel on the left. The eyeball icon lets you hide the section if needed. The third icon there lets you duplicate the section so you can reuse it without having to rebuild it. And then the trash icon deletes the section. Then, like I said, if you click that pencil icon, this opens that particular section's configuration settings panel on the left, where you could do things like update the text, change images, rearrange and edit the navigation menu, and so much more. Another cool feature is that you can edit the text right here in the editor in real time. Simply click on any of the text blocks, like this heading, and you'll have the ability to edit the text like you would an email or a Google Doc. Then the buttons can be edited by clicking on them in the editor as well. And then within the settings panel on the left, you could change the call to action text, the link type, and the section or destination that the link takes the visitor to. Again, giving you a ton of control over your site's behavior and user experience without having to mess with embed code or anything like that. Next, let's go over the design configurations within the Neo Site Editor. So once you click on the Design tab on the top of the sidebar, you'll see 3 main options that control the overall look and feel of your website: Change Template, Change Color Theme, and Change Fonts. Starting with Change Template, you can click Select New Template to open a gallery of pre-built designs, and each template is professionally crafted for different industries like health and wellness, e-commerce, media, or professional services, so you could pick one that fits your brand. And what's great here is that Neo gives you the option to transfer your current content into a new design, saving time while keeping all of your text and images intact. Next, we have Change Color Theme, and here you could quickly switch your entire site's color palette with a single click. This is a really useful feature because it lets you instantly see how different tones and combinations affect your brand's personality, whether you want something calming and natural or bold and energetic. And you'll notice that as soon as you click on a new color theme, the live preview on the right updates in real time. So you can experiment until you find the look that fits your business perfectly. Next, let's move on to changing fonts. So from the Design tab, click Change Fonts, and you'll see your current font combination displayed at the top, followed by a variety of preset font pairings below. And each option includes a heading and paragraph preview, so you can instantly see what that style will look like on your website. And this is one of the easiest ways to quickly adjust your site's personality. For example, you can go with something modern and clean for a professional brand, or something more playful and rounded for a creative or wellness-focused business. And as you click on each font pairing, the live preview on the right updates in real time, so you can instantly compare how each option feels with your design. Then once you find a combination that matches your brand's tone and message, just leave it selected. Neo automatically applies the new fonts across your entire website to keep your headings and body text consistent throughout. Next, let's take a look at the Build with AI feature. So clicking this button opens up 3 options that lets you instantly redesign or rewrite your site using AI. The first option is Generate Design, which gives your website a completely refreshed look by changing the layout, colors, and fonts while keeping your existing content in place. This is great if you want a quick visual upgrade without starting from scratch. The second option is Generate Content. This keeps your current design, but rewrites your text and replaces images using AI. It's especially helpful if you want updated copy that better matches your brand voice or a new set of visuals to improve your site's appeal. However, you could still easily update all the images manually here in the builder as well. Then Start All Over Again lets you rebuild the entire website with a new design and new content. This option is ideal if you're rebranding or shifting to a completely different direction. And each of these tools gives you an efficient way to refresh or rebuild your site, and the live preview makes it easy to see changes before publishing. Next, let's talk about the mobile and desktop toggle. So this feature lets you switch between editing how your website looks on desktop and how it appears on mobile devices. This is an important step because websites often display differently depending on screen size. A layout that looks great on a large monitor might not fit well on a phone, and by toggling to the mobile view, you can make sure your images, buttons, and text are all aligned and easy to read on smaller screens. And since most web traffic today comes from mobile users, optimizing both views ensures that your site looks professional and functions smoothly no matter how your visitors are accessing it. And then once you've made your adjustments, you can toggle back to the desktop view to continue editing the full-size layout. Finally, before publishing your website, I always recommend using the preview button, and clicking this opens a full preview environment where you can experience your site exactly as your visitors will, both on desktop and mobile. And this step is crucial because it gives you a chance to spot any layout issues, check for typos, verify that your links and buttons work correctly, and make sure your visuals look consistent across devices. It's your opportunity to catch any last-minute adjustments before your site goes live. Then if you found something that you need to edit, to get back to the editor, just click the Edit Site button in the upper right corner. So on that note, once you're ready to publish, click the Publish button in the top right corner of your screen, and a pop-up will appear prompting you to connect your domain before your Neo site can go live. This step ensures that your website is accessible under your chosen web address. And if you don't already have a domain, Neo provides one for free for the first year, as you found out earlier in this video. It's a great added benefit for new businesses getting started online. However, I'll be using my domain from GoDaddy, so let's click the Connect Domain to Site and Publish button to start the connection process. And as you saw before, whenever we connected the domain for the email address, Neo uses the same tool called Entry to securely configure the domain for the website. And this process is both safe and easy, requiring no developer experience. It's super fast too. So just click Continue to move forward. And next, Neo will automatically analyze your domain and detect your DNS provider. Again, in this case, it's GoDaddy. And once that's confirmed, Neo will begin gathering your setup details. Next, you'll see a screen asking to authorize a connection, so go ahead and click Authorize with GoDaddy to give Neo one-time permission to connect your domain, and this allows Neo to automatically apply the correct DNS settings for you. And if you're logged into your GoDaddy account, you'll see a prompt asking to confirm the connection, so go ahead and click Connect, and Entry will handle updating your DNS records behind the scenes. Then once that's complete, Neo will display a confirmation screen letting you know that your domain is now configured. It may take a few hours for your site to fully propagate across the internet, but it's usually much faster than that. From there, Neo adds the finishing touches to your site. You'll see a message that says, "Hang tight, putting the final touches on your site," and then after a few moments, you'll get a confirmation screen that says, "You're live." And congratulations, your new website is now officially published and ready to share with the world. Neo will also provide a live link that you could copy and share directly with your social platforms, audience, customers, clients, etc. But congratulations, you have a brand new website. All right, that's going to wrap up this tutorial on Neo Business Email. As you just saw, Neo makes it incredibly easy to set up a professional inbox and create a website with AI. And after using Neo, I can honestly say that the platform is clean, intuitive, and packed with a lot of helpful features that streamline email communication for bloggers, small businesses, creators, and anyone building a professional online presence. And having a business email that matches your domain not only looks more trustworthy, but it also strengthens your brand and helps you stand out when reaching out to clients, partners, or potential customers. So if you'd like to try Neo for yourself, check out the link in the video description below, and that link will take you straight to the Neo website so you can explore using Neo and see everything that they have to offer and set up your own professional email today. And if you found this video helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and also stay tuned for more videos just like this. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So that's going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Also, if you're looking to start a blog, check out these 2 videos on how to build, grow, and monetize a WordPress blog. They'll walk you through the entire process step by step. And as always, your support means a great deal to me and my family, and for that, I thank you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.